Alright guys, so this is Logic bringing you another Vainglory gameplay playing as Anubis, and this time we will be playing Roam Lyra. So Lyra is a crystal path mage who can be either a laner with a crystal path or a roamer or support. Okay, and Lyra is pretty unique because she has a really good sustain for her A skill, and her B skill has a good snare that can stop any movement abilities, and her C skill or her ult is a portal which can either serve as a great escape or a great engage. So I'm playing again with Cursed Archer, and he's playing Reem, which is a crystal path mage as well. He will be jungling, and we have Assault up in lane.
Perhaps a tactic or two would help here.
I've been playing a lot with this Reem Lyra comp, and it seems to be very good in terms of control because of Reem's B skill, which can kill. And because of Lyra's snare, you'll see a lot in this video. We'll be engaging first with the snare, and then Cursed Archer will be using his A skill with Inspire to do a whole bunch of damage. And then I'll also be using my A skill as a sustain. Alright, so right here the Kestrel is low life, so we're gonna come up so we can gank. The Saw is getting really low, and I meant to place the A skill heal on the Saw, but then I misclicked, and so there goes a gank opportunity. So we're just gonna stick up here with lane, and I'm gonna heal up the Saw a little bit because Kestrel can poke. And there's that heal, and I'm level 2 right now. So then we're gonna rotate down, and we see the Finn. So here's where we make a mistake. We leave the Saw open to a gank, and Cruel ganks him while we go after Finn. So Finn gets split away from his teammates, and we see him trying to take our backs. I don't even know what he was doing up here, so we're just gonna keep farming up, and then I'm gonna rotate down and see if I can catch Finn on the return. And here he is. And Cruel rotates down, so I snare to prevent his A skill from taking place. And then we focus Cruel. So me and Cursed Archer are on comms. We're talking to each other, telling each other who to focus. And Cruel just gets burned up by Reem, I'm sorry. And we're gonna be moving in on Finn. So Finn sticks around, so we try to give a little poke, but we don't really follow. So if you guys noticed, we didn't really put out a video last week, and that was because me and Cursed Archer were on vacation, so we weren't able to get out this video in time. But here we are, we picked up our Life Spring, the first component to our Fountain of Renewal. Usually roams will pick up an early fountain just for early sustain, and also helps the roamer because of the Life Spring's passive heal. And I also pick up a lot of flares so we can make sure we have control of the map. So here we are just farming up.
Perhaps a tactic or two would help here.
Personally, I'm primarily a jungler. I'll lane if I have to, but rarely will I roam or support. Lyra is actually one of those heroes where I will play because of her ability to engage and also do a lot of damage. So here we engage a little, I slow down Kestrel becomes low, and Finn engages, so we'll follow him. He gets so low, but then we see the Cruel, so then I back off and I tell Cursed Archer to focus the Cruel because he'll take me out. So the key to this comp is sustain, so if you can keep the Lyra up, then every other hero will be able to heal up and stay up for a long time. So this gameplay was recorded a while back, maybe 2 weeks ago, so that's why the 1.2 update hasn't really gone into effect. So you don't have the treants yet, and there isn't the change on Lyra quite yet. So Lyra is pretty nasty before the update. I played a game with Lyra last night, and she was still okay. I mean, you could definitely tell that she was there was a change made in her snare and heal, but overall she stayed relatively the same. So here we are taking the minion mine. Saul rotated back to pick up the Sorrow Blade. I have the early fountain, and the our Reem is leveling up just fine.
Minion mines. Allied minions are now stronger.
Alright, so we're rotating up to lane, see if we can
One never
do anything
knows where
up
one
here.
must end up.
Alright. So a key thing to remember is whenever you want to travel into a bush, you always want to flare it out as much as possible to avoid face checking. So in this case, we flared out the bush and we were able to catch him with the entire team. So we engage and Cool goes in and we focus him. And then that was a good on-point fountain, but we get caught out. And here we go, we are chasing. So Saul takes down Finn because of his spin up, and now we are chasing Kestrel. So if Kestrel doesn't pop up, so we just go back to taking farm in the mini mine, and then Kestrel comes up and pokes us. So here we are engaging. After we take the minion mine, we might chase a little, I think. Yeah, we're chasing. So Cruel's up, so we definitely need to be careful around here. So here we are, we run away, I snare just to make sure Cruel can get to us, and as soon as the Reem comes, the Cruel turns away. So that was good. Let's go to our part. We have the entire team down here and our minions are pushing lane. And here we are eating away at Finn's health, and then we decide to focus a different person. So right here, I think the Kestrel meant to ult one of us or something, but he ended up ulting the turret. So that was a mistake on their part, and now I tell the Reem to focus the turret instead of focusing Cruel. So we're doing nice damage, and I'm trying to get us out of there. And I think we're rotating down for another purchase, maybe, because I'm low on flares, and I definitely need to get some more items, health items, to boost my A skill. So I think I'm going to pick up some booties to help with movement speed. Yep, and then I'm going to pick up a Dragon Heart to build into a Crucible. And an Oak Arc too.
The best, it's disorienting.
So now I have my ult, and now we have the portal to engage. So usually when I play Lyra, I'll port in, snare, and then drop the Bright Bulwark. Drop her A skill. So here's the engage. They dive onto Saul. So Saul gets back and Reem front lines. And here I go port because I thought the Reem was going to go rotate up, but instead he rotates down. And so I drop my A skill and scare him off, and we get the thing. So now we're chasing the Kestrel. I tried to slow her down, but it didn't work. So now we're going to be splitting up now. So Reem is going to go take the gold mine, and I'm going to go up and support the Saul. So usually when you're on a 3-1 advantage, you want to push both turret and get the gold mine. So here we are pushing the second turret, and now we are going to go and rush toward gold mine because Reem cannot tank the gold mine on his own. So here we are, we're about to get gold mine. Reem does really good damage to the gold mine, but can't last. So the key thing, Lyra here, she has a really good sustain. So now Reem is back up to half health, and we're ready to fight again. So here we are picking up a Crucible, and Cruel catches us off guard. So that's a good fountain, and I tank ult, and Cruel goes down quickly. So now we're diving on Finn, trying to pick him up. Kestrel gets a nice stun, and the Reem gets taken out, but we take off the Finn. So at this point, instead of taking the farm, we should have chased after the Kestrel because the Kestrel ended up getting away from us, and so we weren't able to chase her. So she uses the stuns really well. She gets really low, and if that Saul had used his B skill just a little to the left, we would have gone her before she went active camp. So I dropped the Bright Bulwark trying to see if I can catch her, but looks like they escaped. So our Saul is going to pick up their backs, but I have to stay next to him just in case the Cool doesn't come up. And so it gets a little sketchy, but then we are good. So here we are, Saul's gonna go back up to lane, and we're gonna go back into the jungle, see if we can pick up any more items. So I'm gonna pick up a Void Battery, I thought it was gonna build into War Treads, but actually it needed Dragon Heart, so instead I'm just gonna go for Clockwork. So this is before the Clockwork rework.
Yes, you're impressive on
So
your
Clockwork
own.
only
Now
does
get back
energy
here.
regen and cooldown reduction. It doesn't have yet the 25% crystal amplifier. So here we are. We might do another engage. Kestrel active camo, so I drop my snares, seeing if I can catch anyone off guard. And Fin drag Salt and cleaning up, so that was really safe. And then everyone dives onto our team. I didn't see that the Fin was going down, so we should have. The Salt was going down, so I could have sustained him with my dominant continue. But here we are, trying to pick up another kill, but they fall back to the turret, and we couldn't do anything about it. So that was a really good engage, I think. Personally, the Fin messed up by dragging the Saul in while he was spinning up. So basically, Saul didn't have to travel anywhere to get close to his enemies because the Fin messed up. So we're going back to clearing lane, see if we can push another turret. And then I think we're going to go down to shop again. So typically, if your jungler and your roamer are up pushing lane and taking farm, then your laner can go take out your backs. So everyone stays on par. So right now I just picked up my Clockwork and I sold my Iron Guard contract because I don't need that anymore. We've noticed that Lyra with Clockwork is really nasty because her snare and her ASIO comes up really fast. So here we are. Kestrel comes in, she makes a mistake of extending too far, gets snared, and there's another team fight. So there's a Bright Bulwark to heal, and now we dive onto the Pool. This Pool is going to take these out, or try at least. So I'm really low. My heal from the ASIO really helped. So now it's our first ace, I think. So we're going to split push again. So Reem is this time going to push the turret, and we're going to go ahead and get gold mine.
Immense gold payout collected.
Alright, so Reem is going to go up to turret. He didn't quite make it up there.
What's next?
But we managed to do a good deal of damage to turret before the Cruel comes and chases us away. The Cruel missed his ult, and now we're just going to disengage, I think. But we were hoping that the minions will take out turret, but I guess not. And there goes Snare, because Kestrel overextends, and Kestrel just gets me in the heart. And this is where it gets scary, because Saul was going to go down, and I had a perfect Crucible, but I didn't quite have enough time to pop the fountain. So here we are taking turret, and I'm going to go behind Finn so he can't escape, but Finn drags our team in and we get the ace. So I think this is going to look like it's game. We're going to split turret. So Saul's going to get one turret and Reem is going to get the other, and this is our last team fight. So Saul's going to get focused down, and I can't quite keep him up. And so we're going to take out Cool, and we're going to go get the Vayne. So this is funny. We're basically playing Protect the Reem now. I'm going to use all my abilities to keep Reem up so he can do the most damage to the Vayne because I don't have any damage potential. So I'm popping everything I have. So Clockwork really works well in this. So I'm able to keep the Reem up just enough to take the Vayne, and now we are dusting out of there. So if you enjoyed these videos, make sure you like and leave a rating and subscribe to my channel for more Vainglory. Thumbs up to Saul for a great team comp. And there's my build. Thanks for watching.